Hi, once again, a big welcome back to all my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, what's wrong with you? All right. So today I just wanted to briefly talk about something that every person, polyglot, language learner I see on YouTube seems to obsess about, which is this whole N+1 language learning input only stuff. Which, to be honest, is okay, but difficult, if not impossible. Like, for example, if you don't know anything at all about a language, like zero, well, 0 times 1 is still zero. Like, you don't know anything. And so you're only ever going to learn anything by starting out with either some native speaker translating or talking to you or helping you, or a course book, or something like that. You're going to have to start with that. So do you think you're just going to start reading a book? It ain't going to happen. And then as you get further along, people are like, oh, well, that's only, intermediate, you do N+1 learning, etc., etc. Well, honestly, how are you going to work out what is N+1 in a language you don't know? It's just not, it's just virtually impossible to do. Now, you can do all kinds of mad stuff like, count words that you know and work out the percentage of the page and all of that. But honestly, it's just a nightmare, and why would you want to bother with all of that? So, one of the things I wanted to talk about today was grammar books. So a lot of these people that talk about this N+1 thing is like, oh, you're going to learn grammar naturally as you do it, and yeah, that sounds good in principle, but honestly, again, why? Okay, so you spend 2 years and you've learned grammar naturally, or you could spend 2 weeks with a grammar book and learn it all unnaturally, but the result is the same. You still know the grammar. It's just, whether you did it naturally or not. Now, one of the things I wanted to show was, you get French verb tables or Italian grammar books or whatever, and you use them because these things are not for children to learn or whatever. It's for an adult to learn. And you shouldn't think of these grammar books as, something you shouldn't use, or it's not unnatural or whatever. Think of them as a cheat code. They are literally a cheat code for the language. So, it's like if you're playing some massive game and you find out the cheat code, and and you can go into God mode and kill everything. Great. Well, a grammar book is the same thing. It is a cheat code for a language. It teaches you the grammar without having to do the hard slog of learning the grammar naturally, quote unquote, like a child does. Like, okay, a child learns grammar. Yeah, it takes them 6 or 8 years. Whereas, as an adult, it could take you 6 or 8 days using a cheat code book like a grammar book. So honestly, you all of these people that talk about N+1 and learning naturally and all this, why bother? Learn it unnaturally. The end result is the same, and it's a lot faster than trying to do this N+1 learn naturally rubbish, right? Now, once you have become a sort of an advanced learner, like a C1 level speaker of that language, yeah, then you can learn all kinds of stuff at N+1, because when you read a book, 98% of the words in the book. So, it's like reading your native language where, okay, there's a couple unknown words which you figure out from context, or occasionally you look it up in a dictionary, right? But, I just think this N+1 thing is a load of hooey, and it's not really worth even bothering with. Trying to spend your life trying to work out if this is N+1 or not. Like, if you're reading a book, oh, is it N+1? Don't care. Is it interesting? And am I motivated to read this book? Like, if it's a book about something that I'm not interested in, and it's just dull as dishwater, I'm not going to read the book. And it doesn't matter if it's N minus 1. I don't care. I'm not going to read this book. If it's an interesting book on a topic that I want to read about, then I'm way more likely to, you know, read this book. And it doesn't matter if it's N plus 100, I'll work my way through it with the help of a grammar book and a dictionary, because I'm motivated to read that book. So motivation counts for a lot more than most of this other stuff. And anyway, that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. But there we go. I just wanted to drop this down, this video today, just as a sort of a contrary or alternative view of this whole crashing N plus 1, wait to speak, and, you know, philosophies of language learning. Get a grammar book, use it as a cheat code, speed up your language learning. All right, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you later.